Hey y'all, welcome back. So we are here. I am back in Fallout 76. I built another camp here, and let me show you where we're at real quick. So we are here just north of Twin Lakes. Oh, there's somebody else down there. But we're here just north of Twin Lakes, and this is the upper lake of. I guess there's two lakes, but this is kind of the upper one. I liked this area, and I figured I'd build a little lake house here. So let's take a look. We'll come on down here, and there it is. I built it all out of wood just because it looks more like a lake house to me. Just kind of plain wood rather than built out of anything else really. Let's take a look at the outside first. So I got some hay bales, and I put a nice little well here just for fun, just for the aesthetics. Over here we have this is the power shed, and I was going to remove one of those signs, oh well. But this is the power shed, and this is actually also where Sophia stays. So we got her bed and her little monitor here. I figured with a fusion generator like this, which is what I wanted to build this time, having her little console would kind of fit with it, and then we can have our little personal terminal here in the corner. So I liked that. I figured that was a pretty fun idea, and it kind of worked out pretty well. I like how this turned out. So there's that. Let's take a look over here. We've got our crops and our couple of scarecrows here just for fun. They don't really do anything, but they're for fun. Got our little turbo fert, of course, and the power running across. Now over here you'll see the lights, and this, what was that? I don't know. Anyway, I like how I ended up. This was an accident, honestly. The way these lights ended up, they kind of look like they are strung directly from the terminals there. The little conduits are like they're just the posts for these lights, and they're holding them in place. You can see if you get close that there's a gap there, but without that, it still looks pretty good, and I really like how that turned out. It was a happy little accident that I was able to get that working. Anyway, so we got our little rainwater collector, because why not? Our little fermenter. This is the only brick wall that I built here, and because it's got the fermenter and the brewing station here, I figured probably wouldn't have wood or anything like that around that. So it looks like it was built up and changed after right before they decided to install the brewing station over here. So we got a nice little bench here on the porch. Got some wind chimes going, and over on the corner here we've got all my vending machines. Nobody's gonna bother us even though these are on, because they are currently empty. I just moved here and got everything set up, and I haven't had time to put all my wares back for sale. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the inside. So this is the entry area. We got some paintings here, nice little sitting area, and a nice big kitchen. I didn't have a fridge, so I just went with this ice cooler instead. Figured that would work out pretty well. I took the idea, you see this, it's split level here. I saw that in one of my friend Aranora, one of her videos, and I really liked it because it looks like a backsplash, and I really like that idea, so I just kind of took it and used it here. Got all our junk and everything stashed underneath the stairs. They're moving in and moving around, so and of course you got to have a dartboard. So let's go upstairs, and we're going to take a look at, this is the workshop level, and it's kind of nicely decorated. I tried to do a bunch of stuff in here, put up some posters and stuff, and even put up a whole slew of stuff right up above here. Kind of a little interesting design. Just, you know, some people like to do that. They'll kind of clutter stuff up and it makes it look lived in and like they just have a lot of memories here or something. So, but I tried to fit things in that would look suitably, at least, you know, not necessarily destroyed, but kind of worn and banged up and used like it would be in a workshop, especially one that doesn't, you know, post-apocalyptic kind of a workshop. So let's go upstairs. You hear the train up there, I'm sure. And of course, you know, and before I go up there, you see, of course, I've got my little path stoppers. I decided to go with just a concrete barrier because of the narrow pathway here and a trash can in the corner. And up here, I went with a table with the Deathclaw statue. I moved that over here. And this little wooden spinning wheel, because again, it's kind of just stuff, and that's kind of what I did here. I just kind of filled it with stuff. So we got an old couch, a couple of lamps. They don't match, but that's fine. We got a whole set of board games over here. We got our little train set. I'm going to turn that off just so it stops whistling at us the whole time. Got some teddy bears, some more posters, and some signs. I got our plushies and the bed over here. And of course they found this nice little, well, maybe not nice anymore, but because it's no longer clean, but this beach shot over here, beach painting. And I got just a bunch of stuff, and I just kind of like it. I think it looks really good, and it works out pretty well. And let's go ahead and go downstairs, and of course we gotta have little patriotic stuff going on here. And I'm going to show you the outside real quick, and that's going to be about it. So we'll come out back, and this is why I wanted to build here. So we've got, first off, a little sitting area with a couple of rocking chairs, and over here got our grill, and you've got to have a table next to the grill, and a trash can outside. But this is what I wanted to do. So let's head on down here. I wanted a little, my mind is drawing a blank at the moment, a little dock, a little pier, and, you know, it didn't need to be anything big, and this is obviously not that big, but I just wanted something that I could, you know, kind of have as a relaxing area. And they gave us these hammocks, or didn't give us, they sold us these hammocks, which I really liked, and I thought that would fit perfectly out here on the dock. Got our little, you can call this, I guess, the fishing chair, and we got to have a musical accompaniment here. But, you know, and I got the little pillars going around just to keep it supported. You don't need those, but I wanted them. So I really like how this turned out. I think it turned out great. You know, I like the kind of the rustic look that you get with the basic wood. It kind of gives it a nice, kind of an older feel to the building here. So the one thing I will tell you real quick, before I leave here, before I sign off, you can see that first off I've got all of these. None of these are actually floating. I was able to get these, all the posts in really well, and I mean, that one's kind of floating if you really look at it, but I don't know that it is. Anyway, so what I wanted to do is, for anybody who's wanting to build here, if you like this idea, or, you know, you kind of want to build your own, and you can build closer. I did not, I think you can build a little closer to the lake here. I could be wrong. I know I had a hard time actually getting it to place in this exact location, but as you see, there's plenty of other locations around this lake, and then there's another lake down below. So there's several spots that you can build here, and you can actually build a little further out if you want to. Now, this was a bit tricky because these rocks, they extend out as far as, I don't know if it's this down here or if it's these rocks, this little cliff right here. I had a heck of a time getting the stairs to actually snap in. So originally I was trying to go from up above, and I had placed this much further back. The stairs were still clearing the rocks and everything, but it kept saying that it was it was clipping into something and it wouldn't let me build. So what I ended up doing is I decided to build from below. So I rather than trying to, because the problem with going from above is you have to build out, and then you have to adjust the height of it as well in order to get your get your dock here at the right height. And you see, it's actually in the water. Part of the wood is actually in the water, which I really wanted. I didn't want it because that's how a lot of these are. These docks, they're kind of at least partially submerged in the water sometimes. Sometimes they're not, and if you want it higher, that's fine. You build how you want. But I wanted it nice and low, a nice low dock. So what I ended up doing is I ended up building the lower. I built a basic foundation down here, and I set it at the right height, and that way I knew exactly that my the floor pieces here would be at exactly the height that I want them to be. And then I tried to snap the stairs to them. It wouldn't snap, so I moved it back. Tried to snap the stairs, and I just kept repeating that. I kept the foundation here at the correct height and just moved the stairs. And then, because of the way the build system works in 76, what I ended up doing is, so I built a foundation here initially, because that's all you can place in the, as your first piece. Made sure I could get the stairs to attach and got it as close as I possibly could. Then I built another foundation up top. So that middle foundation was the first one to actually get placed. And what I ended up doing was, once I had that foundation in place, that one became an anchor for the stairs, and I was able to remove this lower foundation. Then, because the stairs are an anchor point for floors, I could just place these floors, and it worked out perfectly. So, if anybody is, if you're wanting to build a dock, like I said, it doesn't even have to be here, anywhere. If you're wanting to build a dock and you're having some trouble trying to get the height correctly, if possible, because I know some of these lakes are a little bit low and you can't actually place your foundation here in the water first. But if you are able to, this is a nice shallow area of the pond, which is another reason why I wanted to build here. But if you're able to, I recommend placing a foundation first here, attaching stairs, then another foundation, and then you can remove this and replace it with whatever you want. I went with the mesh. You can go with whatever you want. Doesn't matter. There's plenty of options now. But that is the build here. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and let me show you real quick, just so you see. This is the wiring. I didn't do much wiring. I tried to hide it as much as possible. So I did a little conduit around here, and just did this and attached one there just so it would power the corners here, and then another one over here, and then I had to add that second one. So the reason I had this one sitting, this conduit on the corner here was sitting further along this corner initially. And it turns out the lights in the kitchen wouldn't work. So I ended up having to attach a second conduit, and that's when I came up with the idea of the lights on the outside like this. And like I said, I think it looks really good. I really like how it turned out. The one thing I will tell you is, unfortunately, this is a bit too high. I was going to use just these wooden steps because that felt a lot more like, a lake house. A little cabin kind of a situation, but unfortunately, they don't have really long wooden steps. They are very short. They actually end 1 or 2 steps below that one, the last one that you can see there. And then they're just long pillars like this, which is not great. So I ended up going with the stone steps here, which, you know, it's still acceptable. That's still fine. But I would have preferred the wooden steps. But that's all right. We do what we can with what we got. So, oh, I almost forgot one other thing. Just so you see, again, I did do my little trick with the pillar on the interior corner. I like how that turns out, and I think it looks a whole lot better than just the bare interiors there. So, but that's my build, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. Y'all have a great day. Bye, guys.